there, I'm Laura Noel. Welcome to my channel where we talk about home and family simplicity. Today I'm going to share my first impressions about the Happy Cheetah reading system. A very special thank you to Timberdoodle Company, which sent us a complimentary copy of Happy Cheetah reading system to review. We got this as part of our Timberdoodle second grade curriculum kit, and I'm really excited to get started. So first off, this is a hefty box. Like, I didn't put it on the scale, but this thing weighs a good bit. The complete Happy Cheetah reading system is packed with multiple levels. And according to their website, it will take your child from around a kindergarten reading level at the very, very beginning all the way up to a mid-third grade reading level. So when we open the box, this is what we see. There's some colored pencils, which my daughter already took out, but just regular Crayola 12 count colored pencils. Magnetic letters, small lowercase letters. They do a lot of hands-on things, so these are a part of that. Labeling and cover-up tape, an encouragement button that says push. It has a place for batteries, so it must say something when they push it. The dry erase alphabet tracing cards. These are really awesome. I am excited to try those. They're on a little, they have a little ring that can keep them together. Dry erase pens that go with that. The ABCD bookmarks. These, I was just reading that they are highly recommended for kids that switch up their D's and their B's, and it's supposed to be really helpful for them to think A, B, C, D, and they don't get it as mixed up when they see that order, apparently. So I'm excited to use these. These are pretty much all of the parent instructor manual type things that you're going to find in here. There is no real instructor guide, which I find interesting. The pamphlet that talks about how the reading program works. I love that it says Happy Cheetah is for you if your children are behind in their grade level in their reading, have dyslexia, dysgraphia, ADD, ADHD, auditory processing, cry over their schoolwork, stretch easy assignments for hours, find schoolwork exhausting, struggle with writing, and randomly mix capital letters into words. So many of those apply to us. So I'm really excited about the approach that Happy Cheetah has. The reason that I chose Happy Cheetah instead of the All About Reading that the Timberdoodle second grade kit comes with is because we have tried All About Reading and my daughter found it very long and monotonous. It was not working for her. We have tried the 100 Easy Teach Your Child to Read in 100 Easy Lessons book, which is how I learned to read when I was 3. And she just had trouble with that. And then we also tried Gather Round Ready to Read. And while I am a fan of Gather Round Unit Studies, and we loved their Letters and Numbers preschool program, the Ready to Read moves through phonics and reading very, very fast. And she's learned a little bit. She's made improvements, but it overall, so much of the information has just gone straight over her head, and it's way too fast. So I was looking for something different, something that would just go back to the beginning and from proper letter formation through everything. And when I started reading up on Happy Cheetah, I knew that this was something we had to try. So she has a whole article on how the brain hijacks your child's ability to learn and what you can do about it, a list of audiobooks, a successful student's cheat codes, how to raise reading levels in half the time, and then her cure for problems, including dyslexia and other things. You have your black sheet of construction paper, which is what you're going to use to put on the paper to help them start reading with the lines. That's supposed to be a really awesome tool. Then there's a pencil grip in here, which is neat. And there are 3 sets of game cards. So set 1, set 2, and set 3. And these are for the Cubs starting workbook. So these are the 12 readers that go along with each of the books. The first 3 go with the first level, And so they're just my family, Nana and Papa, things I like. And they're really cool. They're nice pictures, big, easy print. And I like that they make you the note at the beginning that everything has to be in context. That's a really big thing that I've been reading. They can't sound out a lot of words. A lot of words are sight words. And so the context is what helps them to understand that. My daughter's really having an issue with sight words. And I'm excited to see how this approach helps her. The next two, books 4 and 5, go with the next level. And they get a little bit harder. But a little bit more. But still very similar. 6, 7, 8, and 9 go with the next level. And these look a little bit different. If you notice, the pictures have changed a little bit. There's more words. It's a little bit more advanced. Bugs and small animals. Oh, my daughter's going to love this little hamster. So cute. Or guinea pig. On the cover of that, it's going to be a huge hit with my daughter. Sea animals, zoo animals. Your pictures just look a little bit more big kiddish. And the last 3 are with level 4, and these are fairy tales retold and birds and jobs. And again, the pictures, your print is smaller and your pictures are a lot more grown up. A lot more words. And then we dig into the workbooks. So as I said, this is kindergarten through about mid-3rd grade level here. It starts with the Getting Ready workbook. This is your prep. This is handwriting and early reading. We will be starting with this. There's a little welcome and kind of introduction to context, copywork, and calmness. Guidelines for use, and then your letter chart. And you start with uppercase letters in alphabetical order. Notes for the teacher, and then there's their page. There's their letter practice, their copy work. And it's the same through the whole thing. There's activities, air write, dry erase, write it on 1 line, write it on 2 lines. Just a lot of different practice all throughout it. The next section is lowercase letters, practicing by stroke to build muscle memory, so they're not in alphabetical order, they're by strokes. Again, that same thing, letter practice, copy work, and activity. Section 3 is trace and practice, begin using letters in words. And so here they're going to be doing copy work where they're actually writing out words and sentences. And section 4, they introduce letterboxes, which if you are familiar with Spelling UC, which is by the same Dr. Karen who wrote this program, we've done a little bit of Spelling UC, and so we are a little bit familiar with the letter boxes. Letters make sounds and letters build words. These are letterboxes. So we're working on letterboxes, and then we're working on copywork and activities. 5 is writing your numerals, your practice writing them in the back. So there's technically 42 lessons in this. I'm going to try to get this done in the next 30 days without pushing my daughter. We'll see how this goes. I will be doing a blog and a video about how our first 30 days with Happy Cheetah go. Hopefully we'll get through this whole workbook, but we'll just see how it goes. Then you move on to Cub Starting Workbook, Level 1. So you've got your first 3 readers and the same little introduction in the beginning. And you start with Lesson 1 where you just read the stories in the book. And it tells you exactly what to do. This is all the teacher's guide that you get. It's just a little bit of instructions. And there you go. Lesson 2 begins the regular way that they do it. You read them the story. They work with magnetic letters. They play a game. You read it again. They think and do. They have copy work. And it follows the same format over and over and over again in every lesson. They begin to do some letter boxes, and they're just following the same format. You have your notes here, your instructions, and they're doing the same thing. So it just goes through all of that. And they're tracing words and sentences. And this one has 90 lessons, so we'll see how many lessons we can do at a time and see how long this takes us. Seems like you would need to do a couple of lessons a week to get through this. Level 2, cub walking. This one's a little bit shorter. It only has 64 lessons, but it follows very similar format. Read, magnetic letters, read again, think and do, copy work. But sometimes they throw in different things. They have the letter boxes. It looks like every other lesson. One lesson does magnetic letters, read again, think and do, and then the next lesson does letter boxes. Some of them also have see and say and creativity time. Level 1 has the same thing where it kind of goes back and forth between the different ones as well. Book 3 is cub running. This one is the longest one, 112 lessons. It goes over 4 different books, and it's following the same format, which it just gets more and more advanced. So you're doing a lot more reading, a lot more work. And Cheetah Ready, level 4, also has 112 lessons. Lots of words going on here. And those same format. But a little bit different. It has vowel chunks, enrichment, read, see and say, creativity, and then vowel chunks and copy work. So they're a lot more challenged, and they should be around 3rd grade reading level by this point. So those workbooks are packed. They are really full of it. The last thing in the box is this heavy duty dry erase board. So they have the blank space, the 1 line, the 2 lines, and a total blank one on the back. It's really chunky. So this will hold up, and they get to do all of their practice with the dry erase board. And it's not only dry erase, but it's also magnetic for the little magnetic letters that they're going to be building words on. She has a couple more papers that explain the encouragement button and the pencil grip, the post-it tape, all these things, the extra things that you can do. And that's what's in our Happy Cheetah Reading System box. My first impression is I'm really, really excited. This is multi-sensory. The lessons take about 20 minutes, they say. There's a lot of different activities to keep them focused. Everything is supposed to be very positive, very fun, games, activities, engaging, cheerful colors. It's not a boring textbook. The workbooks are like school workbooks, but compared to like All About Reading, where it's just everything is very black and white, I think that this is going to be a good fit for us. They really work with having immediate success, putting that feedback that they're learning and they're going and they're understanding, and making everything very complete and efficient. I love that it says it includes phonics, handwriting, punctuation, grammar, spelling, reading comprehension, and creative expression. That's a lot. Like, this is a very complete program, and all the readers, it says they include frequently used sight words, phonics, predictable context, colorful illustrations, controlled vocabulary, and multiple genres that appeal to both boys and girls. So my first impression is very positive. I'm so thankful to Timberdoodle for giving us the opportunity to try this out and give our review. I look forward to updating you after we have used it for 30 days to give you exactly what our experience is. But my first impression is that this is a very one-of-a-kind program, not something that I have seen out there, anything like this, and I'm really excited to dig in. If you've used Happy Cheetah or thought about it, let me know in the comments below, and we will see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.